Peace upon y'all, mankind. This the Plague Dr. G. How very great are y'all doing? Man, it's been a while indeed. Bro, today I got a reaction to a video which is based what will be about lottery. So stay tuned guys. Stay tuned. If you're interested to get to know a little bit about lottery or like the dumb decision people made, man, let's watch this together and I'll react along the way. So like I think 16 or 15, 16 probably stories. Let's watch this stuff together.
Number 15. Rachel Kennedy and Liam McCrohan. Rachel Kennedy and Liam McCrohan are a young British couple who won a gigantic lottery jackpot in 2021. Almost. Every week, Rachel played exactly the same numbers on her Euro Millions lottery tickets. She was so dedicated, she'd set up her online lottery account to automatically buy a ticket with those numbers. Then, one week, Rachel and Liam checked the lottery draw and couldn't believe their eyes. The winning numbers for the 228 million euro jackpot matched Rachel's numbers. They immediately started planning how they were going to spend such a gigantic amount of cash. The young couple realized their lives had changed forever. But when Rachel checked her online ticket, she spotted something weird. It wasn't there. She contacted the National Lottery website to find out what happened and got the worst possible news. There had been an error when the automatic ticket purchase was taking place, and the payment never went through. In other words, she didn't have a ticket. They missed out on that mind-blowing sum of money, and there was absolutely nothing they can do about it. It might be the biggest lottery tragedy of all time, but at least their lives didn't change. The next winner lost more than he.
Bro, so you see, man, first story, what they say? Man, that was dedicated. This couple, bro, that was dedicated. They together, man. That was, man, betting on specific numbers. You see the dedication. It eventually paid off. But that's when misfortune came. They did not set up the payments themselves. So they couldn't, evaluate. They couldn't assess whether or not it went through. And now that, they got their chance, now it's all taken away. Because, they didn't make sure like the payment was processed. It's tough. Would that money keep them together, bro? I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. But like I'm sure one thing, they was working as a team. And bro, that's a lesson for all of us. I think something, like you said, automatic payment for your bills. It's nice. You feel me? Automatic payments to your employee salaries. Cool. But like, man, important stuff like this, bro, it's better to ensure that you make it yourself. Don't let the computer do it for you. That's the only take I get from that. I'm not even really encouraging people into like going to the lottery because this is all random, my nigga. It's best you make money yourself. You get the intelligence for money. But like, if the lottery will help you, bro, use the help. Use any help you can. Anyway, let's proceed to the next talk.
He won. Number 14. Daniel Carley. Canadian Daniel Carley won the Ontario Lottery at the most perfect moment ever. He was just about to marry the woman of his dreams, who also happened to be pregnant with their first child. He had a pretty perfect life already, but when he won an incredible 5 million Canadian dollars, or about 4.4 million US dollars, he was given the kind of financial stability that most new parents can only dream of. And his life would have been perfect if he'd used his money that way. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. Instead, he and his friends gathered at his dad's bar for a celebration party. That would have been just fine, but when the party ended, Daniel didn't want to stop, so he didn't. Over the next 10 years, he partied all his money away. It won't surprise you that his young wife left to look after his child in a more stable environment. His friends didn't want to know this out-of-control version of Daniel, so they disappeared from his life too. It wasn't long before he ran out of money, and when that happened, he turned to drugs again. But this time, he was selling them. He was eventually arrested and sent to prison for his crimes. Daniel chose a path that led him to losing his perfect life. But sometimes, lottery winners do everything right, and their story still ends in tragedy. That's what happened to the next winner on our list.
Alright, man. So you see, motherfucker got unlucky. The lottery, bro. This lottery, 5 million Canadian dollars. Okay, let's say 4 million US dollars. And it is life. What do you do? But bro, I'm gonna let y'all know first thing first. When you get money, bro, the more money you have, the more you are inside you. That's the what's gonna express yourself. If you're a loser, you're gonna become a bigger loser inside, bro. The money you have will make you express who you truly are. This guy had money, man. You know, he probably was broke, so he couldn't party as much as he wanted. You know what? He about to have a kid, all this. You get the money, all you're trying to do is party. Bro, I don't know what else he spent his money on during this time. But you can see, let's see, all his money went towards partying. It was only partying. Nothing else, bro. Only parties. That's what made him lose that amount of money. That's tough. That's tough. But anyway, you see, his wife have to leave him. He had to sell drugs after, bro. You know, when you go to some heights, you have to sell drugs. When you go to some heights and you fall, bro, some people do not accept. Their pride don't let them accept that. They're like, okay, I gotta make some money somehow. So he had to sell drugs, and you got busted. Now you in jail or prison for I don't know how long. But anyway, man, don't be afraid to face humiliation for real, because like ending your life because of jail, bro, or maybe a murder. That's tough. That's bad. It's best as like you had no money, as if you had no money. So I'm just saying though, when you get money, no, control yourself. Buy nice stuff, but like also try buying shit that can help you make money. Let's move on.
Number 13. Francisco Guerrero. Francisco Guerrero had been a hard worker his whole life. He'd worked as a bricklayer in Spain, slowly earning himself enough money to support his family, and even buying more than one house. That's pretty impressive. After all that hard work, it almost feels like he'd earned his lottery win. He hit a jackpot worth about $8.6 million. But he wasn't the partying type, and he didn't know what to do with all that cash. So he figured the most responsible thing to do was to take it to the bank. That's the advice lottery winners are always given, so it sounds like a pretty good decision. The experts at the bank told him to invest 40% of his winnings and put the rest into a savings account for his children. That sounded like a good idea to him, and he left his money in their hands. He continued going to work and lived his life the way he did before winning the lottery. After all, he was pretty happy that way. But then something went wrong. He suffered a serious injury to his knee that meant he needed expensive surgery. Luckily, he had millions in that savings account thanks to his lottery winnings. He went down to the bank to withdraw some of his cash, but he was shocked to discover the account was totally empty. What he learned next would horrify anyone. The bank had put 40% of his winnings into a terrible investment. They told him there were no risks, but they were totally wrong. Not only had they lost his investment, but they'd got him into serious debt. To pay it off, they used all the cash in the savings account meant for his kids, and they'd even lost all the properties he'd earned through hard work. That's the perfect example of how many things can go wrong when you hit the lottery. It's pretty sad when someone loses everything because of someone else's mistake, but this next winner definitely caused their own downfall.
Man, that's tough. Guerrero, Spanish guy. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, I feel bad. They said bro was a bricklayer, bro. Worked his butt off. With that money, he worked his butt off. He managed to even acquire some properties, some houses. He had kids. He won the lottery, but like he did a smart thing, bro. He didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do with that money. So like he decided to put that in the bank. The only issue is, from what I understood, is like he invested 40%. My nigga, that's way too much. But he trusted the bank investors though. That's the thing. Since he doesn't know, He trusted the bank investor. Oh, I think the bank investors maybe they tried an experiment with his shit. And they lost, man. But I don't understand how the fuck they got him in debt though. How? How the hell did they get him into debt? And bro, I ain't gonna lie, when they say many things can go wrong at the same time, bro. How the fuck, bro, knee all of a sudden became ill? Like the knee became sick. He had to take surgery. That's tough. Man, it's like bro is cursed or something. I don't understand. How? Bro knee became ill all of a sudden. Bro can't walk no more. He had to take a surgery. The bank did a bad investment with 40% of his lottery earnings and all the money left. He had to pay the debt with that and even have to, mortgage his houses. He had to sell his houses. That's tough. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm getting even like, let's just say 500,000 bro. 1% saving. $5,000 go to investment. I don't care. Bro. I don't give a fuck, my nigga. The rest of it, man, sit down in the bank. If I get more, yeah, maybe I'll spend a lot on investment. But like, shit, I don't got much. I don't invest much. Investment should be what you're willing to lose, bro. I'm not willing to lose. No, I'm willing to lose a little. Let's move on.
Number 12. Evelyn Basor. You could say Evelyn Basor was one of the luckiest people who ever lived. That's because she won the lottery not once, but twice. And her two wins happened within just 4 months of each other. The first win in 1985 was worth a whopping $3.9 million. And the second, the next year, was another $1.4 million. That's a lot of cash now, but it was worth even more then. She could have done nearly anything with it. So what did she choose to do? Well, she took it to the casino. I guess she figured her luck worked for her in the past, and she'd make even more money. But she was wrong. Her winning streak was over, and the last time anyone heard of her, she was living in a trailer park and working 2 jobs to pay for food. That's a pretty irresponsible way to spend your lottery winnings. But she's not the only winner who blew all her cash. Here's another one. Number 11. Michael Carroll. At the tender age of just 19, British teen Michael Carroll won the lottery. He collected
Bro, my bad, man. I got distracted for a little sec. So Evelyn, 3.5 million in 1995, 1.4 million in 1996. About, let's just say, $5 million. She won the lottery twice, man. She's really blessed or lucky, I would say. Yeah, she got a lot of suerte, a lot of chance, a lot of luck, and he decided to gamble that money. That's tough, man. Let's rewind a bit.
That's a lot of cash now, but it was worth even more then. She could have done nearly anything with it. So what did she choose to do? Well, she took it to the casino. I guess she figured her luck worked for her in the past, and she'd make even more money. But she was wrong. Her winning streak was over, and the last time anyone heard of her, she was living in a trailer park and working 2 jobs to pay for food. That's a pretty irresponsible way to spend your lottery winnings. But she's not the only winner who blew all her cash. Here's another.
Living in a trailer park, working 2 jobs. Okay. I mean, see, it's better than being in jail or being dead the whole time. You're still alive. You can still accomplish other things. But like, why don't you try a lottery again? Oh, like you there's like a number or limit. There's like a limit. You can like win the lottery or something. I don't know. I don't think that there shouldn't even be no limit whole time. But I'm just saying though. Like, yeah, going to the casino. Man, casino is the best way to lose your money. It's best you play lottery all your life than going to the casino, bitch. It's dumb. Casino, you will lose everything. Bro, I don't care how much money I make, my nigga. If I go to the casino, it's to have fun. It's never to go ahead and gamble, bro. It's to have fun, trying things out. Casino, you don't make no money there, bro. It's made to attract you. Everything is made in order to make you want to spend money, in order to like give you a dopamine rush to spend money. They pretend that you make money, nigga. You won't make no money. You will never make money. You can. It's just like lottery, bro. This is random. So please, just go somewhere else, my nigga. That's tough. I'm sorry, Shorty. I'm sorry you had to lose that one.
Another one. Number 11. Michael Carroll. At the tender age of just 19, British teen Michael Carroll won the lottery. He collected the $14 million with a police ankle bracelet still around his leg. That probably gives you a good idea of what happened next. He spent wildly buying a mansion he didn't like and spending even more on fixing it up. He built a demolition derby racetrack in the back garden where he destroyed luxury cars. He was starting the day with cocaine and vodka for breakfast, and he spent millions on sex parties in the mansion, even though he had a wife and child. Soon, his family and friends had left him because he was behaving so badly. Lucky for him, when he went broke, his wife decided to take pity on him, and she came back. That's a surprisingly happy ending, considering he said he'd be dead by now if he still had the money. But not everyone gets their life back after. Just ask. Number 10.
Alright, so you see this guy, Michael Carroll, 19 years old, you win the lottery. So you pretty young, you already get money. That's nice. But like he had ankle bracelet, so you can kinda, infer like what he was doing. And bro was not a nice kid. He was not a chill kid, bro. It was a scumbag, maybe, or punk. Anyway, like I told you, bro, the money will reveal people's true colors. The money will reveal people's true colors. Bro cheated on his wife, sex parties, buying a house he don't need, spending more money on like even fixing it, bro. The money you make naturally should be the money you should use. You should try to budget things accordingly. You see, he spent so much money on the house. He spent money on sex parties. Eventually, that money ran out, bro. That's tough. But I ain't gonna lie about the car situation. Shit, bro. Man's trying to have a little fun, bro. Look, he's trying to have a little fun. But like, if you gotta maintain it, bro, that's the bad thing. Rent it. Don't purchase it, and you can't maintain it. Anyway, at least his wife came back, bro. I don't know. It seems like, if you're a villain, they love you for real. Like these women. These women are weird, bro. You're a villain, they love you for real. I'm not finna be a villain regardless though. I don't give a fuck. But shit. Let's proceed.
Andrew Jack Whitaker. Andrew Whitaker was living a pretty comfortable life before he won the lottery. He already had $17 million that he'd earned himself. There's no doubt that's impressive. But his fortune skyrocketed when he got lucky and won the lottery too. His win was a gigantic $315 million. You'd think that because he was pretty rich already, he would have known how to keep that money. But fate had other plans. Criminals got the better of him, totally emptying his bank account with several robberies. Within just 4 years, he was totally broke. He'd even lost the millions of dollars he'd had before winning the lottery. He's not the only winner who was taken advantage of. This next winner was also treated pretty badly. Number 9. Callie Rogers.
Man, I tend to be distracted. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit. My bad. But hey, this guy, he had his own money. He got robbed. That's nah, man. Look. My bad, bro.
$15 million. You'd think that because he was pretty rich already.
$315 million. $315 million. Oh my God.
Andrew Jack Whitaker. Andrew Whitaker was living a pretty comfortable life before he won the lottery. He already had $17 million that he'd earned himself. There's no
17 by himself. Oh man, you can tell he worked his ass. He worked hard in his life.
No doubt that's impressive. But his fortune skyrocketed when he got lucky and won the lottery too. His win was a gigantic $315 million. You'd think that because he was pretty rich already, he would have known how to keep that money. But fate had other plans. Criminals got the better of him, totally emptying his bank account with several robberies.
How? Is the money at his crib? Or at his cribs? Bro, explain me how these criminals put their hands on the money. I don't understand how these motherfuckers put their hands on the money.
Within just 4 years, he was totally broke. He'd even lost the millions of dollars he'd had before winning the lottery. He's not the only winner who was taken advantage of. This next winner was also treated pretty badly. Number 9. Callie Rogers. Back in 2003, Callie Rogers was living in foster care and working at a supermarket. Then, she suddenly made headlines when she became the world's youngest ever lottery winner. She was only 16 at the time, but she now had an incredible $2.3 million in the bank. The British teen totally changed her life with that money, but sadly, not in a good way. She started spending it on crazy stuff, with no role models to help her make good decisions. She also developed a drug habit, and her strange lifestyle made her depressed. That led her to spend tons of cash on plastic surgery, hoping to feel a little better about herself. But it didn't help. She said the money made her feel like nobody cared about her because she would buy drinks for people in bars who were only talking to her so they can get a story they could sell to tabloids. She lost every cent she won and now campaigns to try to change the minimum age for lottery players. Luckily, Callie says she's much happier now she doesn't have the money anymore. She's also a proud mom of 3. But what about this next teenage lottery winner?
She trying to campaign, so like they change the age, the minimum age for the next lottery winner. I think it's fair. Whole time, bro. They say 18 is the major age. You minor below 18. When you're 18, you're a major. So like, bro, I'm not against that. I hope it changes eventually. But anyway, that's not what we talk about, bro. She gained that money. She had nobody to guide her, bro. 16, bro, you're still a teen. A teen, you don't know shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You don't know shit. You're just discovering yourself, your personality, what you like, what you conceive you want. And like, you still gotta get knowledge about money type shit. So like, she's a teen, bro. All she wanna do is party. All she's trying to do is party, have fun. You know, live a life. What they say, she spent on luxury items, the money on luxury items. She went ahead and partied. Motherfuckers didn't love her for real. She spent her money on plastic surgery. Nigga, bro, all these bitches don't like each other. They don't like themselves. They don't like each other, bro. What the fuck do you think they do? BBL, makeup, type shit. What do the thing they do? Plastic surgery, makeup, all these, bro. Everything fake on them. Man, they don't love themselves. They don't love each other. They don't love themselves. They have low self-esteem. This is bad. But they pretend they empowered. Nah, you empower, love yourself the way you are naturally. Wear less makeup. Don't do no plastic surgery. Don't put on no fake eyelashes, fake nails type shit. Don't rework anything on you. That's real love. That's how men us we is. Maybe some niggas, you know, they be doing now the ab surgery. But anyway, bro, like, she lost that money. That's tough. But she was young though. She was young, so hey, and you know, the fact that motherfuckers wanted a story, bro. I don't know how the fuck do they know you, motherfuckers. Go ahead and spread your name, bro. I will be clean, man. Me, nobody gotta know who the fuck I am. Simple. I am nobody, matter of fact. So shit, you wanna know somebody? Get to know Jesus. That's all. Don't get to know me, bro. Don't get to know me. I'm talking. I ain't trying to hear all that bull crap, bro. Sorry. I ain't trying to hear all that bull crap. You don't have anything to do with me, bro. Get to know Jesus. Me, let's party. I mean, party like I'm random. Matter of fact, I win money, bro. I win the lottery. Nobody will know. Fuck all that, bro. I don't give a damn. Nobody will know who the fuck I am. That's all. That's how it gotta be. I don't care, my nigga. Don't piss me the fuck off. Like, motherfuckers know about your lottery earnings, and now all of a sudden, you know, they're entitled to some of it. Even if they're not, I don't care, bro. Nobody will know that I got money. I'll pretend. Or I'll probably even vanish, disappear. Like you gonna come fuck with me because I got money. What the fuck do you think I am? Nigga, I live my entire life with with not too many best friends. So like I'm used to being alone. I can't deal with that, man. Let's proceed, bro. Don't piss me the fuck off.
Number 8. Jane Park. Jane Park was earning just $9 an hour at an office job in 2013. It was her birthday, and she decided to treat herself to her first ever lottery ticket. Incredibly, that ticket hit the jackpot. She won the equivalent of 1.3 million thanks to the Euro Millions lottery, and she was only 17 years old. Unfortunately, instead of using it to start her adult life so she can follow her dreams, she just spent it. Her first purchase was a Louis Vuitton handbag, and that was pretty much how she continued. She bought luxury cars, holidays, and even plastic surgery. It didn't take long before her crazy lifestyle stopped being fun. She said she began to feel depressed and very lonely. Luckily, she could move back in with her mom and try to get her life back on track. Her mom had been pretty clever and had made sure she put some of Jane's winnings into a savings account. So Jane still had some of her millions. And like Callie, she also campaigns to get the minimum legal age for playing the lottery changed. She says she was just too young to handle it. Jane and Callie might be right. Maybe teenagers don't have the maturity to manage that much cash. But our next winner proves that adults can be pretty irresponsible too.
Bro, nobody managed this cash well, because if they were making good money in the first place, yeah, they usually will not be playing the lottery. Usually, I'm not saying they can't be playing the lottery. I'm just saying if they make good money, my nigga, they don't waste their time hoping that the lottery ticket will save their lives. So like y'all just campaigning to change it. It's good because I think minors don't really know shit. But I'm just saying though, like even if you're above 40, some 40 years old, some 50 years old, still don't know how to manage that much money because they have never seen such amount in their whole life, in their entire life. So anyway, she had money, man. She went to buy expensive ass cars, luxury cars, bro. They only got 1 million. It's like some people get some money, man. They think they're untouchable. That makes me laugh, bro. You get this amount of money, you think you're untouchable. Shawty, you're tripping. But anyway, you was a teenager, so shit, it's all good. You went on vacations. You went on plastic surgery. Man, you was a minor. Man, ban also plastic surgeries on minors. Matter of fact, man, ban the plastic surgeries on these minors. Ban that too. Don't let that happen. Ban that shit too. Let's move on.
Number 7. Keith Goh. Keith Goh was 58 when he won the lottery. He was a happily married baker when he hit the UK National Lottery jackpot. He went home with winnings equal to $12 million. He could have retired with that money, but instead, he decided to spend it. All he wanted to do was drive fast cars, bet tons of cash on horse racing, spend time in his private executive box at Aston Villa Football Club, and drink loads of alcohol. That's when the real problem started. Tragically, his alcohol addiction finally got so bad that his wife was forced to leave him. That wasn't an easy decision. They loved each other, and splitting up really hurt them both. Before Keith won the lottery, they had been looking forward to retiring and living a peaceful life together. Sadly, soon after his wife left, Keith passed away due to a heart attack. Most people are pretty sure he died of a broken heart. Keith isn't the only lottery winner to die as a result of what he chose to do with his money. But this next story is much weirder.
Bro, 58, my nigga. You still addicted to alcohol. When we thought you would have matured. That's what I tell you, my nigga. This life is hard, bro. Motherfuckers got their struggles. Everybody got their addiction somehow. And some people are unlucky to have this type of addiction because it kills you. Oh my God. He wanted to drive fast cars. You know, like I said about the other guy who won the lottery with the ankle bracelet split. You can have fun, but like, don't own that shit because you can't maintain it. Have your fun, live it. That would be a good experience on your resume when you go into hell or heaven. I don't know. I don't even care. But you start drinking I tell you, that money make you become what you are way more. He drink, man. He already drink too much. Wife left him, died of a broken heart. Man, look, I'm sorry, but shit, that's tough. Let's go.
Weirder. Number 6. Justin Ryder. Justin Ryder's lottery win wasn't as big as most people on this list. He only got $600,000, but he wasn't worried. To him, that was just his chance to afford his ultimate dream. Don't even try to guess what it was. It's too crazy. Justin had watched the classic Austin Powers film Goldmember, and it had given him an idea. He wanted a gold member of his own. So he went out and spent his lottery winnings on some gold paint. And when he got home, he happily dipped his nether regions into it. Then he just went on with his life as normal, glad that he achieved his dream. But it wasn't long before he realized something didn't feel right. So he went back to the store and bought another tin of paint. This time, he chose the more expensive option, which was colored with real gold. But weirdly, he chose not to wash off the first coat before redipping. That was his big mistake. The first pot of paint he'd bought was lead-based paint, and the toxic ingredient was slowly absorbing into his bloodstream. Sadly, he was found dead soon after. The cause of death was lead poisoning. He's not the only lottery winner who didn't do enough research before spending his winnings. Here's another one that made a big mistake by not reading the fine print.
Crazy. 600,000. It's still money. Look, money is still money. Money, even if it's 25,000, that still will help you. You know, people be scamming for $200, $100. So shit, don't neglect the money. But hey, bro had a weird dream. He won't paint. You won't paint, my nigga. And he got killed by the paint. That's tough. That's rough. I feel bad, bro. Anyway, that's it, bro. That's sad. That's sad.
Number 5. John McGinnis. Back in 1997, John McGinnis was working as a hospital porter when he hit the UK National Lottery jackpot. His winnings were equal to about $16.4 million, which was a ton of cash back in the 90s. He was pretty generous with his winnings, but he also used some to buy luxuries for himself. But he wasn't spending too widely, definitely not enough to go broke. He decided to spend some of his fortune on his biggest passion, football. So he bought a whole team. It cost him $4.9 million. That's a lot of cash, but he still had loads left, except for one mistake. He had no idea that by buying the team, he was accepting personal responsibility for their debts. Within 12 years, the team's debts had eaten through every cent John had won, plus his own personal savings he'd earned before winning the lottery. He tried to follow his passion, but ended up broke instead. There's no shortage of lottery winners like John, who accidentally picked up a really bad deal. Here's another British winner.
Crazy, man. When I seen the Barcelona, him holding the Barcelona jersey, I know this motherfucker could only make bad decisions. How the hell you cheer for Barcelona, my nigga? Ronaldinho don't play there no more. Ronaldo, R9, he went to Real Madrid, bro. If these niggas left the club, you know this club sucks. Only Messi was, carrying the club, but he's no longer there too, bro. This club is shit. I'm sorry. You went ahead and bought a club, but you make less research. That's another thing. That's one other thing, guys. Whenever you're trying to make an investment, have some sort of knowledge. Take your time, get the knowledge. Don't just invest because you have to invest. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This is a risky move. Don't just invest because you have to invest. Invest because you are confident that you can make a return on your investment. You are confident that you can make profit. He bought a club. He didn't know he had to be liable for the debts too. Nah, bro. Shit, that money went away. But at least, man, shit. But at least it was nice with that money. He gave some money to other people. Like I told you guys, me, I get that money, man, please. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. Nobody knows I even have money. I'll pretend I'm homeless.
Winner who made a bad British choice. Number 4. John Roberts. John Roberts was so poor before winning the lottery that he was living in government housing in Scotland. because he couldn't afford to pay rent. We can only imagine what it must have felt like to suddenly win over $5 million. Unfortunately, he didn't really know what to do with all that cash, so he started buying any luxury item he could dream of. But that wasn't his biggest mistake. One day, two of his friends came to him with a business deal. They easily convinced him to invest. John loved the idea of going into business with friends, except they weren't really his friends. Sadly, they'd lied about the investment, and they took off with the last of John's money. Just 3 years after his big win, he was broke and living in a mobile home. It's definitely true, you gotta be careful when choosing your friends. Here's another lottery winner who found that out the hard way.
Bro, the broke will stay broke. The broke will stay broke. My God. He bought luxury shit, bro. You don't even try to get you a home. You have no house. Motherfuckers take you out of pity. And you buy luxury shit. Bro, get you a house. Now small cottage, now small house, I don't know. You don't have to spend 1 million on a house. Get you a house. Get you a house that's for you. That you might delegate to your kids. Get you a house, get you cleaned up. Don't you have a degree? No, you probably don't have a degree. Because like they say you live in government housing. And that's not because of unemployment. That's because you probably don't got no qualifications. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. That's my assumption. I might be wrong. But anyway, get you a nice house. Get you a nice house. After that, you can focus on other shit. Nigga, motherfuckers taking you out of pity. They're treating you. They're taking care of you like a baby. Be a man. Anyway. And this bro, that's what I was telling y'all. Nobody will know that I got money. These quote unquote friends took off with the money. My nigga, I'm not, man, shit. I'm not friends with nobody. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie. I know who my friends. I know who's not my friend. I can't fuck with anybody. That's tough. But that's the bro. These people are fake. Like I said, the over shorty that was in the bars and like they buy drink for over people who don't care about it. That's the same thing. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You're not an icon. You're not an idol. So like the people don't really care about you. And even if you're an idol and you fall this low, people will lose respect for you. So shit, motherfuckers don't truly care about nobody for real. Focus on yourself. That's tough.
Number 3. Marie Holmes. Marie Holmes was a single mom who was working 3 jobs to put food on the table. Then, in 2015, she got lucky when her North Carolina Powerball ticket won her a whopping $188 million. That was her share of a larger $564 million jackpot that was split between 3 winners. Her problem started straight away when her family accused her of stealing the ticket. They'd said Marie's mom was actually the one who chose the numbers. It turned out they were right. Marie thought it was a quick pick ticket, but her mom had carefully chosen the numbers for her. But luckily for Marie, her mom said she wanted her to have the ticket. After that, Marie's life only got worse. She tried to do something good by giving money to her church, but the priest sued her for not giving them as much as she'd said at the start. Then she started spending way too much cash, and she kept having to bail her heroin trafficker boyfriend out of prison. Brace yourself. The cash she spent on his bail added up to a mind-blowing $21 million. Crazy, right? It didn't work. He still got a prison sentence in the end. You'd think he would at least be grateful, but he later sued her from prison when she sold some of the expensive gifts she bought him. She's basically broke these days. Marie was portrayed by a lot of people. She clearly didn't deserve to be sued for generously giving people money, but this next winner did the opposite and caused her own problem.
Bro, I'ma review it step by step. This one, step by step, bro. Let's see.
183. Marie Holmes. Marie Holmes was a single mom who was working 3 jobs to put food on the table. Then, in 2015, she got lucky when her North Carolina Powerball ticket won her a whopping $188 million. That was her share of a larger $564 million jackpot that was split between 3 winners. Her problem started straight away when her family accused her of stealing the ticket. They'd said Marie's mom was actually the one who chose the numbers. It turned out they were right. Marie thought it was a quick pick ticket, but her mom had carefully chosen the numbers for her. But luckily for Marie, her mom said she wanted her to have the ticket. After
Okay, 3 jobs. Charlie, your life already hell. You work your butt off, you probably don't rest. I ain't gonna lie. That's tough. That's tough. You're a single mom too. With all these, that's tough. That's sad. And you take money away from your mom. But I don't know, bro. I don't understand how it worked. If the mom bought it for her or like the mom bought it for herself and she took her ticket. Bro, I don't know. I don't know for reals. But all I know is your mom love you. Like the other woman who the minor who like her mom I put money on the side on the saving to help her because she knew like eventually she will blow that money off. Like your parents are usually the ones who love you for real. I ain't gonna lie, family. But like your parents, because they're your genitors, they're the one who sire you. Like, you know, they create you. But yeah, now she got 188 million
After that, Marie's life only got worse. She tried to do something good by giving money to her church, but the priests sued her for not giving them as much as she'd said at the start. Then she started spending way too
pussy ass nigga. Pussy ass nigga. Pussy ass nigga. I apologize. But I had to. You a pastor. Bro, take your time, read the Bible. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying though, God will change you himself. Take your time, read the Bible so you can have understanding of the truth. Guys, your pastor ask you for money and he sue you. He shouldn't be no pastor. He's a lover of money. He's corrupted. You cannot serve 2 masters, God or money, because you will like one more and you will hate the other. This pastor clearly loves money. No, she didn't give me the money that she promised. No, she trying to do nice already. She don't owe you shit. She don't owe you shit, bro. It's not like you entered into a contract with her like she owe you for a performance or another a reciprocal promise. Bro, I did law. So I like, man, look. This is consideration right there. The consideration is weak. It's not like I'm trying to like marry you type shit. Man, look. I gave you some money. You should be happy that you get some money. You ain't did shit. You ain't performed nothing for me. Man, look, these churches, you need to love Jesus. But like the ones who lead these churches, bro, they don't love Jesus. They love money. They only do this because they know you about to give them money. Say that you're not giving them money no more. Like you probably only raise money to help the church. You know, probably do like evangelization, like, you know, spreading the gospel to other people, and, you know, maybe maintaining the church, that the pastor himself don't get no money. He probably ain't gonna remain a pastor. I'm telling you. These people be fake.
too much cash, and she kept having to bail her heroin trafficker boyfriend out of prison. Brace yourself. The cash she spent on his bail added up to a mind-blowing $21 million.
188 million. You spend 21 million on your man. You know, so some of these bitches are loyal for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Some of these bitches are loyal, but they're loyal to the wrong motherfucker. I'm telling you, for some reason. Like I said, the other one who he cheated clearly, after he have no money, she came back. Bro, these bitches are loyal to the wrong motherfuckers, man. Avoid these bitches. Cause, man, look, they're bad. They're bad news, bro. They are bad news. How the hell you loyal to somebody who sell heroin? But maybe because you got 3 jobs, shit, you're trying to get out of poverty. I understand. But still, Forget about the fact that she's lavishly spent her money, nigga. It's the fact that she had to bail somebody for 21 million. Like, the guy is bad news clearly. He's a bad motherfucker. But I guess since his baby daddy, she wanna take care of baby daddy. But the guy, he's a bad influence. He does bad stuff, bro. Yet you're in a relationship with bro. You know these bitches make the worst decision. Yet they will praise their intuition. Like I'm feeling something type shit. Man, tripping.
Crazy, right? It didn't work. He still got a prison sentence in the end. You'd think he would at least be grateful, but he
Wow. Still got into prison.
later sued her from prison when she sold some of the expensive gifts she bought him. She's basically broke these days. Marie was betrayed by a lot of people. She clearly didn't deserve
Technically, like, yeah, you can sue somebody for your shit. It don't matter if you bought my shit. Who this shit belong to? That's the thing, bro. Who this shit belong to? This belong to me? Oh, you selling it because you broke? Now that's when you should have seen that. Okay, you my man's for real or not, bro? It's not your man's. It's just your turn. The same way we say to the women, it's not your girlfriend. It's just your turn, bro. It's not your man's. It's just your turn, baby. These bitches be loyal. I told you, these bitches be loyal to the wrong motherfucker. These bitches be loyal to the wrong motherfucker. Motherfucker who treat you right, you don't like him. Motherfucker who will help you prosper with that money, you don't like him. Motherfucker that make you spend 21 million on his bail, yet he still goes to jail and sues you from the jail. He never loved you. He never loved you. He never loved you.
to be sued for generously giving people money, but this next winner did the opposite and caused her own problems. Number 2. Tanya Lynn Dickerson. This story started in Waffle House. The group of waitresses who worked there had become pretty close over the years, and they decided they would buy some lottery tickets together. The idea was that each one would buy a ticket, and if any of the tickets won, they'd split the winnings between them. It was a nice thought, even if none of them expected to win. But they were wrong. One of the waitresses checked her ticket the next day and realized it was worth $10 million. There was just one problem. Tonda was the holder of the winning ticket, and she decided she didn't want to share. Obviously, the other waitresses were pretty unhappy about that. Not only had they lost out on their money, but they had also been betrayed by someone they thought was their friend. So, they got together and sued Tonda. Unfortunately, they lost the case, and Tonda got away with all the cash. By then, the boss from Waffle House had heard what she'd done. He couldn't believe she treated her friends like that and got away with it, so he tried to get some justice for the waitresses. He sued Tonda, saying the waitress had promised to buy him a new truck if they'd won. The case went all the way to Supreme Court, but Tonda eventually won again. She nearly got away with it, but then she slipped up. Tonda decided to protect her money by opening a corporation. That would have been safe, except that she gifted shares of the corporation to her family. That was a big mistake because she didn't realize those shares qualified for gift tax. The IRS came after her when they realized the tax hadn't been paid, and she was forced to hand over $1 million. So none of her friends got the share of the money, but at least she had to pay something. She's not even the only lottery winner who was meant to share the cash but tried to take it all for herself.
Bro, that's tough. Like, if you know you don't want to split, bro, just tell her literally. I'll bet my shit myself. Like, you gave them false hopes. A false hope. Now you disappeared. Bro, that's how people be. They get all the money, man. Especially the bandits, robbers, gunslingers back in the days, 1800s. They get the money, man. Look, they will kill you with that. They don't want to split that money. They want that money for themselves. They greedy. Greedy, bro. Stingy. Ain't trying to share none. Motherfuckers get the money, keep it for themselves. For themselves. Meanwhile, you share the more the better, like we say. That's why some people don't go forward. They don't learn unity. They don't learn sacrifice. They don't learn that sharing is caring. And now, bro, people also are so lame. Why the fuck you sue? Leave her. Karma is a bitch. Leave her. No, the boss say they promised to buy me a car. Nigga, you not old shit. You're not old shit. Please stop. You're not old shit. Nobody owes you shit. Go ahead and get the motherfucker. Go ahead and like work your motherfucking ass off so you can pay for your car, dumbass. But hey, eventually she lost that money. Gift counts as like you gotta be taxed for that shit. Somebody gave me a car too back in Atlanta, and they had to pay tax on that shit too. Let's go. I think that's the last one.
The last winner on our list got what was coming to her though. Number 1. Denise Rossi. Denise Rossi got super lucky one day when she hit the lottery jackpot. She won $1.3 million. That's pretty amazing news. So you'd think the first thing she would have done is tell her husband. After all, they've been married for 25 years. But she had other plans. She kept her win a secret, and instead of celebrating with her husband, Thomas, she asked for a divorce. She said later she didn't want him to get any of the money. She just wanted it all for herself and was happy to break up their marriage to get her way. But it didn't work. During her divorce proceedings, someone found out what she'd done, and that information really counted against her. According to the law, not disclosing the lottery win counted as fraud. In the end, she was ordered to pay all of her winnings to her now ex-husband. All these winners missed out on changing their lives one way or another.
All of her winnings. So like that 1 million went towards her, right? That's rough. That's tough. Bro, some witches, bro. I don't say bitch no more. I say witch. Bro, the evil is inside her. The evil is inside her. Some witches, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Married with a motherfucker for 25 years. You don't love him. Bro, like I said, these bitches are opportunistic, bro. They be with you because they don't want to be single. They be with you because they don't want to be single. The moment they get some money, man, they dump your ass. They be like, I mean, I need a man of my caliber. I need a man to my level. Look at Cooking with Kaya. She said she ain't want a man because he broke. He's nothing. And the motherfuckers are streamer university, bro. They're well-known streamers. Just because she wanna be a witch, I ain't saying no B word no more, bro. She wanna be a witch. This bitch, bro, this witch. You make money. You divorce your husband because you got money now. So like these witches, bro, these witches not in a relationship with you because they trying to build some. They ain't there for their own interest. That's why I tell you, bro. Don't be nice to no witch no more. I'm not saying like I said. I'm not saying be a dickhead. I'm not saying be a punk. Be a motherfucker. I'm just saying though. Take care of yourself. Let these witches take care of you. When they take care of you, bro, that's when they submit. But when you take care of them, man, they abuse you. And they eventually leave you. Let them take care of you, bro. Let these witches take care of you. That's the end of the video, bro. I feel bad. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad. I'm like, golly. So what we had all these 25-year-old fake. You get money, you leave me. Oh my God, bro. God protect us from witches like this. My nigga, that's tough. Oh my Lord. Man. Anyway, I was the plague doctor. Look, you get money out of the lottery, bro. It will enhance what you already have. So if you're a sucker, you'll become a bigger sucker. If you're a nice guy, you'll become more of a nice guy, bro. And that's why you need to protect yourself. When you make money off a lottery, bro, do not tell nobody. Don't even tell nobody you play the lottery. I don't even care. I don't even care if that's your girlfriend, bro. That's your wife, you gotta disclose it. But like that's your girlfriend, bro. Pretend. Do not let her know. Go and get the ticket without her, matter of fact. You understand? And like make smart decisions, bro. Don't just spend everything. Don't just spend on things that you couldn't afford when you didn't have. Because like you can rent it, like I say, but don't own it because you can't maintain it. The maintenance is what gonna cost you more than even the purchase. So like just rent it, have your fun, save that money, buy shit you really need, and like bro, move forward. That's Black Dr. G. Y'all take care, bro. Peace and protect yourself from evil women, bro.